part of our class today. In the first part, we learn about data modeling, how to create relationship between different tables. So before we leave this page, I want to quickly do something here. Here, sometimes you mistakenly place something on the other one, assuming you create a customer key and you mistakenly place it on the customer card. I will see. Even though they are not related, let me just click OK first. You can see is there. You can see this is called double-sided. Can you see that the arrow does not flow to a particular place like the first one? This is another. This one is both side relationship. Can you see? It flows to each other. That is one. Two. You can also have something like this. Let's say, okay. So I'm going to remove this now. Let me delete this. That is one. That is when you have double-sided relationship. Sometimes also we have more than one relationship between one table. Look at this table, called sales table. We have order date and we have stock date. So I want to create a relationship between these two tables, calendar and the sales table. Let me come here. My calendar table. We have calendar table, calendar and sales order, and calendar and edit this. Calendar and stock date. Stock date. You can see that we have 2 dates in this table. I want to explain something here. So there are 2 tables, there are 2 relationships between calendar and sales table. And you see this one linked to stock date, this one linked to what? Order date. So, but if you notice, one is on broken line, one is having a broken line, and one is having a thick line. The one with the broken line is called inactive relationship. In this case, relationship is not active. Are you getting me now? Relationship here is not, this is the one that is active. Now, we can make this one inactive also. Property. We can make this one inactive. Can check this one inactive. If this one want to use, I will make this one active. The other one will be active. Make this one property and make it what? Active. Are you getting me now? So those are the ways by which we can also manage the relationship between what? Things that I click around the products. So you can make, when you have more than one column, to make one active, one will be active, one will be inactive. So that is also possible. That is what is called active relationship and inactive relationship. I'm going to delete that relationship. This is inactive. We don't need it for now. So if you face this kind of challenge, what you do is you create another calendar for stock date. Create another table for calendar. So it means that one calendar will link to what? Order date. Another calendar will link to stock date. Instead of 2 calendar, one date linking to the same table twice. That is not ideal. The ideal thing to do is to have another table with dates linking or pointing to what? Our stock date. Then the last thing we can do here is that each table you see here, each of these tables has its own properties there. When I click on the table, customer table, you can see property here, customer name, description. If I want to give it a name, so select a row label. So these are the row labels. If you want to hide anything, you can select, you can hide. If you want to hide the table, you want to do anything, you can do advanced information here. This is where you can talk about import. Remember when we talked about import model, storage model. So earlier in the first class. So this is where you can manage the import model or direct model, import or direct. But because this data is just import straight, so there's no option for that for what? For direct model from here. Okay. So any table you click on, you can always adjust their information from here. And then you can make any table, you can hide any table. Any table you hide will not show in your original when you come here. Let me click on them. Let me hide customer key here. If I hide customer key here, if I come to my view here, you cannot find customer key again. To hide some columns that are not useful. When you see a column that is not useful, you can hide it. For example, let's say there's anything here that we don't need. Let's see. And we don't need another income. You can hide it. You can hide that. If you don't need that, you can hide it. Here on customer key, in this table now, we don't need, we have created the relationship already with a day. On customer key, we don't need customer key again for here. Really. The relationship is between them already. It will hide it from the view. It's not that it's not in the system, it's there, but it will hide it so that we will not have too many long rows. In this case now, you can just hide them. Product SKU, don't need it. And so that is how to hide so many things on there. You can also do the same thing here. When you come to table view, each of these tables that you select, when you click on the table here, you can see their property there. As you see. I think it's no longer here. You can see the properties around here. This is relationship there. So you can hide columns here, but that's a property is not changing. But you can hide anything you want to show in the main analysis there. Other line item, you can see all those things you don't need. You can hide them. You can hide them from your view. So it will not show when you come to view here. Those rows that you hide will not show from here. If you come to customer now, you can see that we don't have which one did we hide under customer. It's no longer showing here. You cannot analyze anything. So now, after a relationship, if you have one single data, there is no need for relationship. The reason why we have relationship is because we have multiple tables from different, we have multiple data from different sources. That's why we are talking about relationship. When you have a single table, a single sales analysis, no problem. There's no reason to do any relationship. There's no modeling you are creating unless you create a calendar table. Because it's always good to have a calendar table separate. It's always good. It will give you opportunity to do more analysis when you have your what? Your calendar table separate. So that is the only thing you can actually perhaps create relationship between them. So that is that. Now let's go back to our report view now, and let's start the magic. Now,
Mr. King, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you short, but that calendar table, I guess my network was fluctuating and I came in and I didn't understand it. If there's a way you can explain, summarize. Thank you.
what I said was, if you have a single table, all this what we are doing, you don't need it. So that you don't just look for, I want to create connection. When you have, if your data is just one single data, are you getting me? There's no, don't bother
Yeah, but I'm
about
talking
how.
about the first one you mentioned.
Don't,
You're
just
explaining the
listen to
calendar.
me. Listen to me, madam.
Okay,
When
okay.
you have one single table, there's no reason for connection. So that somebody will just wake up tomorrow and say, my data does not have relationship. When you have a single table, no relationship. The only relationship you can have is when you create another table separate. I say, and it's always good to have another table created separate so that you can go in depth into analysis when you have your calendar table separate. Assuming we have only this table here, we can prompt it to just create another table for this separate. Are you getting me? Without another table that we have, we can just create between sales and another table. That is the only thing I said. I didn't create table and I didn't create table. When we are out of create tables, we will see that as we progress in the class. Is that clear now?
No, you mentioned something after the break about calendar table. That's the one I'm asking about.
Can somebody tell me, can somebody remind me of what I said? Because that's what I remember. Can somebody tell me what I said that Madam did not hear? If you hear anything
Hello,
about what I said,
hello, sir.
Yeah.
You told us about the importance of having a separate calendar table. That was just all.
That's all. So I didn't say anything more than that.
Yeah.
Are you clear now, Madam?
Yeah, so that's what I didn't get. That's what I didn't get.
I have said it now. So that is it. I said when you don't have any table, there's no reason to create a table except in that table that you can create, which is not compulsory, to make your analysis in depth. That's all. Is it clear?
All right, no problem. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so just to be sure that you don't miss anything, there's nothing you miss. Now we are now on our page. This is the other going to do. All those what I've been doing, nobody will see. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. Now let's see where to start this journey from. So you have the other. Remember, we have the other slides. You can go and look at the 5A. So that's what I'm going to talk about, the DAX formula. So now I want to talk about writing the DAX formula. Let's look at this slide. I'm going to rush it. So when you look at when you say DAX, DAX is basically data analysis expression. Data analysis expression. And the way it works is just like what we have in Excel. In Excel, we have formula. But here we call it DAX. We don't call it formula in the Power BI. We call it what? We call it DAX. And this DAX use functions too, just like we have in Excel. Excel has functions, sum function, if function, all those functions are functions. But there are three ways you can write that function here, calculation here. You can create the calculated table. There's what is called what? There are some functions that are what? They are calculated table functions. There are some functions that are calculated used for the calculated column, and we have some for measure. So we are going to see how they work separately. But basically, we are going to focus more on measure and some columns too. We're going to focus more on measures and columns too. And the more you now read and progress in the learning of Power BI, so the more you get to know more of that. Let me quickly start something there. DAX functions. DAX functions. Okay. Documentation. There are a lot of DAX distance. DAX functional reference. You have this one from Microsoft. You have that guide from here. So there are you can go online and see so many. There are so many DAX functions out there that you can always go and learn how they work. So we have aggregate function. We have date and time functions. So these are the functions we have in Power BI. Just like in Excel too, you know, all those functions we have there. Financial functions, filter functions, logical functions, other functions. So let's look at aggregate functions first. So you can see what we have there. We have average, averages, count, count blank, sum, marks. You know, all these are what they are called what? Aggregate functions. I think there is a video here. See that some okay. So you can do here. You can learn more on this. So, but we are going to learn some basics. We are going to stay on the basic thing here. So to learn more about that, you have to go and learn more on how to use them, how to create that function. Now, this is our sales page. On the right side there, we have learned about the left side here, the first view, table view, model view, and that query view. This is a query view where you can view your query, how your query will be. So you might not use that in this class. So we have this on the right side there, we have three things there. Data. These are our data. Can you see that? In the middle, we have visuals. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to see in your analysis. Your visual. This is visual. This is bar chart. This is column chart, bar chart, column chart, clustered and stack column chart, bar chart, line chart, area chart, stack area chart, combo chart again. So you can see different charts that you can create from this. You have period chart, you have map chart. All these are charts. But to start with, we are going to start with what is called a card visual. See here, I have a card. Okay, without no card visual, let's go to sales table. I'm going to sales table, and I want to click on the. I want to click on the. We have start sales. Oh, we have start sales. Okay, let me click on what's the first one we can. What can we do under the sales table here? Okay, other quantity. Let me click on that quantity and let's see what happens. I check this box, other quantity. When I check a single box in Power BI, let's see what we have. I see that we have a column chart for just one column. Just one column. It's telling us that we have what? Sum of quantity is 84,174. That's how you start building your visual. But in this case, this is not making any sense to us. We can select this card. Can you see a card visual here? Let me click on the card. It will change it to number. Can you see? Now, this is the number of total quantity we sold during this period. Total quantity sold is what? 84,000 quantity. That's total quantity sold during the period. By using what? Card visual. Let me delete that. Okay, let me leave that. Let me leave it. Let's go to customer. Let me check this customer card.
Yes,
customer. Yes.
Please come again on that. The one you did with 84,000, 84K.
Okay. That's not hard.
Sorry.
Click on card visual first, and go and select the total quantity sold. Total quantity. Very good. Other quantity. These are quantity we should write. Just check this box, or you drag the box here. That's two. Or you drag the box into this place. You get it.
Okay.
That's good. Select your card visual first. Because I want to see it. I want to see it in number. If I want to see it in another thing, I can click on any other bar. I can click on anything. Now you see now. I can select any mark. But because I want to see it in number, that's why I do this. But because that is only one, just one instruction. That's the reason why it is showing just one line. We do not show what we want to analyze with. We are not saying anything. We only talk about quantity only. And then we have this.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me ask the next question. Now we have only one number
Yeah.
Assuming we have like different sales number for different
We are going
products.
there. We are going there.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We started. This is the first we started with. Are you getting? Are you getting me now? This is the first thing we are starting with.
Yes, sir.
That is
Yeah.
how to
Thank
just
you.
create. This is
Hello,
how
sir.
it works. This is how to
Hello, sir.
summarize your column. Is that clear?
Hello, sir.
I'm okay.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Please, could you recap, sir? I have a network each.
Don't worry. We are still going to do more. We will get as we move along. We are now in the build visual area where we're going to build more and more and more and more. We'll see how we are doing that. Are you getting me now? Now let's do another one. I will click on my card visual again. Then I will click on the product and let me write the product table, and I want to see my product key. I just click on product key here. We have, can you see from here we have sum of quantity. Here we have count of quantity. What do you think is happening here? Can somebody say something about this? Here we have sum of quantity. Here we have count of product key. What do you think is happening?
I think the counts shows the total number of the products we have in total.
Yes.
Yes, correct. It shows how intelligent Power BI can also sense about your data. And I get me. It's sensing that this should be counted, not what? This one should be counted, not sum. But if you now see that Power BI is making mistake, what do? As it is now, here, this is the field. You can just click on this drop down here and change it to what? To what? Either sum, or average, or minimum, or maximum, or this and that. These are what you can do. Is that clear? I want to see how many sales we make. Instead of quantity here, I want to count this. What do? Just come here and change it to what? To count. Is that clear now? Those are what you do when you work with your what? Your card visual. I will run this one back to solve and we'll do later. That way. Then I hide something here that we're going to need. That is our customer key. Customer key. If you want to know the number of our customer, that means we are going to count the customer by using the key. Only we can use the key. So this formula, this summation here, sum of quantity here is 84,000, right? Let's now use that function. No, we didn't write anything here. Am I correct? We didn't write any formula. We just bring something here. Now, let's now see how to write that function here. How to write formula in this case. Now, we are going to start with what? With measure. With what? Measure. So let's go back to our sales table. I can right click here and click on new measure. Can you see? New measure. And if you look up here also, you can see new measure. Can somebody mute? There's somebody cracking down there. Who's that? Can someone mute, please? Okay. So I want to write our first DAX function now. New measure. It will open a formula bar here. Now this is a formula bar where we write our functions. I will say total quantity sold. Total quantity what? Sold. Total quantity sold. Total quantity sold equals to, how do we get total? We use sum. Am I right? Sum, which column are we counting? We have in our sales table, we have quantity, right? Other quantity in our sales table. Sales table, other quantity. and close the bracket. Just like Excel, we have created our total quantity sold. Is that clear? Or can I do I need to do that again to calculate our total
Yes,
quantity
please,
sold?
sir. Please, sir. Please, sir.
Let me delete it from here. This is it. You can see it now here under the calendar table here. I will delete it. Delete. That's it. Then it delete your copy. Delete from order. Now let me create again. We want to create our first measure. Our first measure in Power BI. I will select new measure. I can right click here also and create new measure anywhere I like. You can right click and create new measure. And I said the measure is going to be what? Total quantity sold. How do we get that quantity? If you never ask question, how do we get it? Can somebody tell me? How do we get total quantity? We have the column of quantity. What do we do to that total, to that column? What do we do to that column? Sum. The sum, open the bracket. Which column name? It's asking for what? Column name. Right? What's our column name? The type, you can scroll down and look for which column we are bringing in. In this case, we want to count this order quantity in this table, right? It means that it will go to this table, go and look for this column, hit enter. We have created a new measure. Now, if you look at this screen, you can see this is looking like a calculator. That's how to identify your measure. This is how to identify your new measure. It looks like a calculator here, but you cannot see the figure. Unlike in Excel, when you create formula, you can see your formula in Excel. But here, how do you know that your formula is working here? Just click on the card visual and then place this in inside. This thing you work, just place it inside. Now 84K. Can you see that our formula is working now? We create this one with what? With DAX function. While we create this one with just drag and drop column. This is just a column, brought in the column here. This one we create with what? With function. Can you try that, everyone? Create your first DAX. Total quantity sold. Now, everybody, create your first DAX function now. Once you get it right, type ready in the chat box. Type ready in the chat box. Type done already chat box equal to sum, then add the columns that you want to sum together. Ready, go again, ready. Who's ready again? Who is ready again? Ready, great. I need 2 more ready. 2 more ready. Equal to sum, then pass in your column inside. That's our first DAX function we are putting today. Ready? Main one. Okay, Madam Juliet. How are you doing? Longest time. How's work? Well done.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Who else again?
Product quantity.
Quantity. Other quantity.
Yeah.
There's not other quantity.
Is it
under sales table? That's where you have quantity. There's no quantity anywhere except.
do I need to type sales table? Because I wrote the total quantity sold is equal to sum.
So when you open the bracket,
Yeah.
it will list all your columns for you. Then you go and pick that column.
Quantity.
If you don't see the column,
Yeah.
you have the column there, you should have it. That's just it. All the column will show there. If you can't see the column, just type quantity. When you type quantity, by the time you type it, when it types to the middle, it will bring all similar columns to you. Okay, good. Thank you. Financial knowledge. Or the finance knowledge. So the next, let's have another line again. Underline item again. We have customers there. We want to know how many customers we have, right? Want to know how many customers. Unfortunately, we've hidden our customer key. That's no problem. How do we know how many we have? We just count the rows. You know that each customer stands for one row. Am I correct? One customer per row. So if you click on this, how many customers do we have? You can always tell me how many customers we have. You can unhide this. You can unhide this. Without the customer key, you can see we have 18,148 here. Am I correct? Now, how do we get that? Line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5. We want to count one by one. So we have 18,000 rows. How do we get that in using DAX function? Before we do that, I will first use the implicit value. I will bring a line chart here, the card visual here, and I will just put my customer key there as my customer key. Customer key. I want to count it. So we've counted our customer key. You see, count the customer key. That was 18,000. Was 415,000. 18,000.15. Okay. Now to count the number of customers we have, we are going to use what is called count rows. Count rows here in Power BI. We don't use count function for this. What we do is what? Count rows. Say total number of customers. Total number. Oh, it's long. Total number customer. Customer equals to what? Count rows. I see. Count rows. Which table are we counting? Customer table. And close the bracket. If you want to count all the rows in customer table, it will tell us total number of customers we have. Now we have created the formula. Remember, I said unlike Excel, you cannot see what we created. You can only see that we have it there. Total number of customers, total quantity. But we cannot view it. How do we view it? Let me ask somebody. Mr. Manzuru Usman. Mr. Manzuru Usman.
Hello, sir. I'm trying to catch up. Sorry.
Yeah, you're trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know how to, okay, look up. This is how to visualize what you have created. We have created the formula. Is here. How do we check if it is correct, if it is working or not? What you do is You pick any visual here, but preferably pick card visual. Then check this box, right? Or you drag it to here, or you drag it to this way. Sorry. You can drag it here or change it to card visual. Just drag whatever you have created into this place, or you check the box. Are you getting me? And go and view it. So it means it's showing what? 18,000, which is equal to this 18,000, 18K, 18K. You get it now, Someone Suru?
Yes, I got it. That
Yeah,
measure.
that is how to use your measure. We are going to create more measure as we move along. Don't worry. We're going to create more and more measures. Is that clear now, everybody? To get this one, we use what? Sum function. To do this one, we use count rows. Count rows. Are you getting me? So those are two functions we've learned now. We've learned how to use what? Sum function. We've learned how to use what? Count rows. Now, okay, before we move on, you can see we have this, we have this. Why do you think we need to use formula when we can quickly just drag this one? Why do we need to write that function? Well, we can quickly, okay, as it is now, as this one is 84,000, let me just, this is a quantity, right? Let me just click on the line chart and click on calendar date. Here is it. Let me select this one also and select another date also. Okay, sorry. Let me change it to line chart first. And line chart and the calendar date. Is it not the same thing? It's not the same thing we have. Then why do we need to go and write formula when we can get our visuals there? I see. I can just drag in my quality here, and we have the quantity sold. Then I use it for date. I use date to analyze my data. You get the same thing. I see. But I will explain that later. So I'm going to remove this for now. I'm going to remove this. Or let me explain now. The reason is that this formula we created, this one we just drag, we call it implicit measure. They are not reusable. You cannot reuse those formulas. We can only use them to build one single figure. That is all. But this one, we can use them to create multiple formula. We can build formula by formula. We can use one to substitute another one, and so on and so forth. That is why knowledge of that is very important when it comes to build. But to build visual, you can just build a simple visual with drag and drop. I can just come here, select my column chart or bar chart. Now, as it is now, I can select my quantity sold. So let me just pick my quantity sold and pick month. We say, okay, let's look at the month name. Then I will pick my quantity sold to see how many quantity I sold each of these periods. Quantity sold. Here is quantity. And we see that we have created our chart by month. And we see month by month sales. And we see all the months are here. So you can use implicit measure to just create one single visual. But the other one is called, the one with create measure, that measure is called explicit measure. Explicit measure. That is what we create with formula. And this can be used and reused and reused. We are going to see how we are going to reuse it as we progress in this analysis. So let me just remove this for now. Or click this. So we have created the first one, being what? Being our total sum of the quantity, right? We have also created another one, which is the number of customers by using what? Count rows. We use sum to create this. We use count rows to create what? To create this. To know the number of rows we have in that table. Any question?
Hello, sorry, thank you so much, sir. Please, when you created the customer row, so which table did you use? Because there is a customer key in sales table and also in customer. When I chose that of customer, I got 11,000, but I think it's different from what you got.
Then it means you have filtered, your data is filtered. Go and check your customer table. Something has filtered there. Go and check your customer table. Go back to table here. Go to table view here. Click on customer. It means your customer has been filtered. Go and check all these columns. Something has been filtered somewhere. I think we should have 18,000 customer table. Is that clear? You should have
okay, yeah.
18,000. Correct? Have you got it?
Yeah, I'm still trying to fix it out.
Okay. If you don't get it, let me know. We'll look at your screen and then fix it together. Okay. Now let's learn another formula again. Now, this time around, I want us to create a new column. Look at our sales table. This one. You can see that I deliberately run away from something. Our total sales. How can we get our total sales here? Look at this table we have here. Or let's go to table view. How do we get our total sales? So this is not this way. Our total sales. How do we get our total sales? Let's look at it. All of us, we are now analysts now. Let's look at this product cost. Let's make this 2 digits. 2 digits. 2 decimal place. This one, 2 decimal place. We have created this one in the power query already. This cost. We multiply this and this together to get cost. Now, how do we get our total sales? We have seen the product price. Price per one. This is the price of one. This is the number we sold one. Right? This is what we sold one. Sometimes we have 2. We sold 3. We have one maximum of 3. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units. And the price is there. How do we get our total sales? Nobody tell me how to get total sales. I don't know. Come on, help me out, please.
You saw.
What are we summing?
Multiply the quantity by the product price.
Yeah. It means we need a column. We need another
Yes.
column now. That's the meaning. We need a column where we can sum, we multiply this by this. Right? Let's quickly do that.
Yes. Yes.
We can do that.
Give
We can do it without a column, but I want to start from a simple place. You know, in Excel, we have some product. In Excel, we can use some product to multiply these 2 columns and get to that. In Power BI, we call it SumX. SumX. We use SumX in Power BI, but let's do it little by little. At up, can you see something here? What is this? New column. Let's click on new column. And let's see how I'm going to do that. So that is not hard. I call it, what's the name of our new column? Our sales or sales price.
Mr. Kim, sorry, how do you create new column? Sorry.
See there. Let me see.
Can you come back?
I'll just click. I don't
Okay,
come
new
back.
column.
Just click
Okay,
on.
okay,
Click.
it's okay. Okay,
Yeah.
there is an okay. Thank you.
Just click on.
Okay.
So we want to add a column. We want to multiply two columns together, right? You can just select the column we want to multiply together. What is the first one? Product. Quantity. Sorry. Okay. Product price multiply by what? Quantity. I think this is a simple something, right? Price times quantity. And we have a new column. Sales price equals to this and this. And do it once again. This is a calculated column. This column is what? And how do you know calculated column? If you look at this, you can see that this sign is different from what we have when we have a measure. This one is a column now. You can see something like summation or the other things, the way it looks like. That is called what? It's called calculated column. Let me delete and do it again. Let me delete this again. Okay. I click on new column. You have it anywhere. You can see it there. New column. And I want to multiply two new columns together. We have two new columns. Sorry, we call it what? Sales price or sales value, anything you like. We are multiplying two columns, right? What's the first column? Quantity. Quantity multiply. Just use operator here only. Just use the operator. So it means that you can use operator in your formula. Plus what? Sales table multiplied by quantity. Your quantity multiplied by what? What's the other one? Price. Price. And that's all. We are creating a new column here. But look at this currency. We don't want this currency. We don't want this currency here. At the top here, these are where you can work on this column. Select it and change the currency to anything you like. And we use our Naira. Find our Naira here. Sorry, if you are not in Nigeria, we are using Nigerian Naira for this one. Use 2 Naira. So if you change this, we are formatting this to Naira. We are formatting this also to Naira also. Format this to Naira. So go ahead and ask your question as you have been formatting. Somebody else want to ask a question, ask your question, please.
I have a question. Okay, my question is that I have tried to do the same step you just did, but on the when I click on add column, new column, so the bar, the formula bar is not coming up active for me to input the measure, then to input the formula.
I didn't get you. When you click on new measure, when you click on new column,
yes.
the formula bar is not coming up. It's not coming up.
It's not active for me to input the formula.
Maybe something is active on your. Maybe you have something active on your data. I don't know. Maybe you have to refresh.
Please, how did you change the currency?
Go to table view and come back to table view. Go to report view and come back to table view. Then come and do it again. Let's see what you have. Exactly. You want to see how to change currency. You see formatting here. You see formatting here. Under this formatting.
Okay.
Let me see formatting here under the table or column tools. You see it there. So under this place, you can just change your currency.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So now it means that as we have now, we can now create we can know our total sales. Since we have created our sales column and sales price column, let's now know our total sales. One good thing about this thing is that if you go to your Power Query now, this formula has been created in Power Query. That as anything you do here, any formula you create here, we'll go and create the formula for you in Power Query as a new column. Are you getting me now? That is a very fantastic thing about Power BI. Now, let's calculate total sales. Everybody can do that. I don't want to do that. Let's do it. Tell me what you get. Total sales. Total sales. Mr. Monsudu, what's the question?
Okay, sir, let's move on, sir. I'll watch the video.
Okay. Total sales.
Excuse me, how you get the total sales? You multiply quantity, multiply by cost, right? Or price?
Price, no.
Oh,
price.
I think I made a mistake. Okay.
Yeah, I got 29.56 billion. I don't know if that is correct.
29 point what?
29.56 billion.
29.56 billion. Okay, let's wait for other people and see what they get. What do you get? Who else again? Who else again? Someone that's gotten to 9.9 billion or something like that, or million or so. 9 million, billion. Okay. What do you get? Tell me what you get. Don't worry if you miss it. If you don't get the same thing, it doesn't matter. You can see in this analysis, there is usually no right or wrong answer. The only thing is that if you explain why you do what you do, how you get what you get, that's all. There's practically no right and wrong answer. You can always do better than what you did. You can always do better than what somebody has done. That's just what you have data in analysis. Unless you get your total wrong, that's when it can take you somewhere. But on a normal day, analysis can always be improved upon. Who else again? What do you get?
Excuse me, sir. You said product multiplied by product price multiplied by quantity, right?
I think that should be the correct answer. What do you think should be? How do you get price? How do you get that? Let's think together. We have the quantity, we have cost, we have price. You know the difference between cost and price. When we have two columns, cost and price, which one do you think is our selling price then?
Price.
Is it price?
The price of the product here.
Exactly. So to know how much you sold now, you have to multiply the number you sold by what? By the price.
Okay.
The reason why I'm asking question is I don't want you to just see what I did. I want to know why we do it. So in case you want to do it, you get it better. Or else again, somebody got 39 billion or million. Nobody has talked since then. Mr. Abakar Isaac, what do you get? Mr. Farouk, Mr. Abagide, Mr. Juliet.
I was one that got 9.56 billion.
Who is that? Who is that? Who gets 9.56?
Abubakar.
Is that Mr. Abakar Isaac or Farouk?
Abubakar Isaac.
Okay. Mr. Farouk Abakar, what do you get? Mr. Akane, what do you get? Yes, what do you get? Talk, don't worry. Let me know what you get. Okay, don't waste time. Let me do my own too, and let's see what I will get also. Just click on new measure. New measure. Then I will type sum, and I will sum that column. That's our new sales price or something like that. Call it what? So that's it. That's it. Equal to sum. Open the bracket, price, sales price. This is what I want to sum. I want to sum this column. And close the bracket. Let's see what we get here. Okay, that's created it. How do we know the value? Just go to visualization. Select your card visual and pass into it. 24.91. Is that what you get? Somebody said you get something earlier. What do you get? Is this what you get?
29.56.
29.56. What is the difference between yours and mine? Then somebody was wrong somewhere. What formula do you use?
You mean for the in the visualization?
Yes. So, no, to create your formula, what do you use to create? Do you create new measure?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I use both new measure and the dragon and the implicit stuff, and it gave me the same answer.
And then you get the same answer. Then there's something
Yes,
wrong
sir.
somewhere. Something wrong somewhere.
Although
yes.
Although what I can see is I have already calculated my sales value with Power Query earlier before
Okay.
getting to
And
this.
yeah, we should get the same. We should get the same thing. We should get the same thing. If we are working on the same data, then we should have the same result. Who else again? Who else again has done it? What do you get? So, $29. Can you share your screen? Let me see your screen. Is it able to share your screen? Let's see. Something is wrong somewhere. We should get the same. We're using the same data. We should get the same result. Can you share your screen? And I don't think I've put anything here. I don't think I have anything further. My own case. Filter. Can you share your screen? Is it able to share your screen? If it's not possible, no problem. Let us know.
Okay, actually, yeah, I'm joining with my phone, so but I was trying to connect to the system now.
Okay, let's see what perhaps where you are append your query. I want to suspect that you have count number of sales you have. Look at your sales table. How many rows do you have in your sales table? Sales table. How many rows do you have? We have 56,046 rows. Check your own. I think where you are appending your query, perhaps you appended more than.
Actually, I actually have the same thing, 56,046 rows for the sales table.
Then what is wrong? Then there's something wrong somewhere with your data. Something wrong. I want to believe so. Something wrong somewhere. Or maybe it's my own that something wrong. Maybe it's my own too. I'm trying to check all my data too to be sure that I don't filter anything out. Or are other people not working? My data, I'm trying to check. I didn't have any filter. So I'm trying to be, maybe when we are learning, maybe I filter something that is making my data to be reduced. So I can't see any filter here. Can't see any filter here.
From my hands, I have 24.91.
24.91.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm sure I don't have any filter. Okay. Any other person again? So that I want to be sure that if you have to on the same page, then perhaps it's from your hand. When you connect, let's look at your data when you connect with them. Okay, but while we are doing that, let's move on. That's how you can see the way we have been creating measures. Now, this one we have created, let's quickly build some visuals around this one. Let's quickly build some visuals there. Because as we continue in this class now, what we'll be doing, we'll be building more and more visuals. Each dance we create now. Please, can you mute, please? So each visual we create, that if the formula is right, we'll be using them to create visuals now. Okay, your screen is off. Let's look at it. Okay, go to your sales table. Sales table, okay, go to your sales price, not sales table. And then line item, that quantity, sales value. Let's see the sales value. Just wait there. Just wait there. Select that column. Select that column. I'm checking my own. I want to check something. $56,000 and the 46. 66. We have 66 distinct value. Say no, click okay. Click on sales value. Look at sales value. You have you click on it? You have 41 distinct value. Why we have 66 distinct value? Maybe later, we can look at it later. Okay, I can't identify what the problem is for now. I can't identify that. Right.
Okay, all right, sir.
Yeah. But the bottom line is that once you get step by step, that is the bottom line. To get step by step what is my screen. Are you seeing my screen now? I've shared my screen again. Let's quickly build some visuals with what we have here. These are our sales, our total sales, right? Our total customer, total quantity sold. But instead of having it like this, can we make it like a 2-digit? All these things. I'll click on the first one. Now go to sorry, before we do this, what I want to do is let's create a new table where we're going to put all our measures. Let's put our measure in a single table. So go to enter data here. Click on enter data here. Let's do that quickly now. Click on enter data and click on load. Okay, let's call it DAX table. DAX table. or all table. Let's call it all table so that it will be at the top. All DAX table. I want to be at the top. All DAX table. We want to move all our measures to that table straight away. All our measures will be in the same table. All DAX measure. Let's create that. Okay. So let's click on the measure one by one. Because you can see then what I've created, some and another table. I'll just click on this. When I click on the measure, I will come in. The home table here, I will change it. I'll change the home table to all DAX table. That's all. Then I will locate other ones that created also. I created the total number of the customer. I click on this. Then I will change the home table to all that. Then I will click on this. I will change the home table to all that so that I can see all my DAX in a single table. Then we want to change this currency to Naira. Change to Naira. So which one? Stop on this. No Naira now. Sorry. Stop on it. I click. I didn't know. So that quantity should not be Naira. It just be my general number only. General number. So number. Let's make it like a 2 digits. 18.17. Okay. Let's make this one 2 digits also. Let's put that on this number of customer. Okay, 2 digits also. Then we have this. That's it. I want to call this one. This one we want to use for foreign. Okay, now, so we have this now. Let's quickly create. We have we call this one. We're going to use this one as our KPI for now. I want us to build a small dashboard today. We now build better. We now build on that next week. Create another one. So that's sales. Let's quickly let's analyze our sales. I will click. I want to create a new. I will create bar chart now. This is a bar chart. I will check my total sales. I want to analyze my sales based on the product category. From categories or subcategories. Let me use subcategories and the product subcategory name. Bam. So you can see these are my what? My bar chart now. Based on what? Product subcategory. Some products are selling more, while some are not selling very fantastic. These are sales based on what? Product sub category. That is the first one we are building now. I will build on that one again. I will click on line chart. Look at my line chart now. I will select my total sales in my order table. I will check this box. Then my total sales versus what? Date. Let's click on date here. Bam. Now we have another chart, line chart. Begin 2, right? Let's click on that one again. I want to create a donut chart. Click on donut chart. Then I want to analyze my sales again. You are still on that sales. My sales, I want to check it with my customer band. We have customer card. Remember our customer card or agenda? Let's check our agenda. You can see we have new chart here. New chart here. Let's click on that one again. Click on that one again. Pie chart. Oh, sorry. Our total sales, what we are doing today, just our total sales only. Let's analyze our total sales based on different criteria. Total sales by what? By what we do as gender, right? By customer card. I want to see which customer sells, which kind of customer will buy or buy more from us. Customer card, I have that one here. So this one can be, I'll give this one more space. Line chart can have more space. Okay, go up. Let's pick this one up. I will already do them if possible. It's our first small visual for today. Let's do something before we close it. Don't worry much about the formatting today. We're going to learn formatting when we are building our visual next week more. But we want us to just create some change there today. Let's create a matrix. Let's create this and that. Let's look at the stack. Let's stay with this one we have created. Our is by product, or should we change it to product instead of category? Or let's bring back okay. Let's see if category product can stay on that. Product name. Work. Okay. Work. Means under each of them, we have subcategories. So you can click on this. This is hierarchy. And drill up, drill down. So that is working fine. Good. Okay, this is the product now. The product name. If I scroll up by the category name, can you see? It has said that the category name. When I come down, because I place the category under product name under the category. So they understand each other better. Let's stay with it. Now, let's quickly do some formatting for today. As it is now, I can just go to this place. This is where we do visual. In the middle here, you can see we have 3 things: visual, format, and further analysis. I will come under this place now, and I can quickly just format this one. Let's add some 3 units is okay. Just formatting on there. Just need to format it. And let's see. Effect. Let's go to effect. The background. And the gray. Let's use blue since we are using blue. or we should leave it white. Let's leave it white for now. Leave it background. Border. Let's add border to it. Visual border. Border, and let's make the border black. Okay. Shadow. Let's add some shadow to it. Let's just copy this. Let's click on this one. Format painter, and place it there. Place it, and format painter again. Place it there. Format painter again, and place it there. Not too much formatting today. Okay, so we have just created this. These are just our KPI, total number of sales. These customer this and that. These are reduced. Why? I think we have clicked on something. Sometimes we have clicked on something. Something is filtering sales. Sometimes put that something out there. Four 4.91. So okay, so you can just use some of this format. Let's just copy this. I just need just the only, what do you call it? Just the border only. The shadow. Let me place this one here. Format. Place this here. So this one we have. This is day by day sales. You can drill down because we have the date here. It will drill down the date. Okay, sorry, that's the core. Drill it down. You can see this is the date by month by month. This is by quarter by quarter. This is by year to year. And come down again. And see. So this is one of the interactive mode of Power BI. So by sales, you can see how our sales have been moving from month to month since that period to this period. These our sales has been going gradually and gradually. So let's mark this also and place it there, just to make it look a bit good. Place it there. Format this and place it here also. Don't worry much about what we are doing today about formatting. I just want us to go with something. We don't need to hear. At least you can see you can have idea of what we are looking at. Now with this, you can see that our total sales is here. You can see our sales by categories. You can drill down to see how the sales goes based on the product by product. And you can see now a customer will have. If you want to filter any of these, if you click on anything here, it will add effect on wherever you can see that when I click on anything, other ones are also reacting to it. You get it? You want to see these are sales by what? By see the customer silver card are giving us the most sales, right? So to get out of it, just click inside the cell, inside there. So everything will move on. Okay, all the filter will go up. Something is there. You want filter. Okay. That is my filter. Don't want any filter again. 1.77 million. Okay, there's a filter somewhere. Okay. There, there. I'm just clicking inside in case you don't know what I'm doing. I'm just clicking inside the card. Only I need to refresh. Not responding. Just click inside the visual. Just to refresh. Perhaps it's not responding. So okay. The filter here is gone. Filter is gone.
Hello. Number
Hello.
bóyá tó bá dọwọ́ ìrọ̀lẹ́ màá pè.
Please, can you mute, please? Please mute. Please, let's mute. So this is the, I don't know why, I think this is where we're having filter. So let me put a focus mode. Please. Okay, 2017 filter. It's only 2017. So to get out of this, it's not responding. Just clicking out of this. Yeah. That's why we're having 5 million here. This is where we're having the use. Okay, let's bring in a filter here. Let's quickly bring a slider here. We can bring a slider here and put the year inside it. Put the year inside slider. Slider, where's our year? Why is this not showing? Why is the filter not going up? Let me do what I did. Let me remove this completely and bring it back. Exactly. And I think we can we should change. It's 17 now. That's 9 million. I think there's something wrong within my line visual, right? 15 to 17. Then that should not be there. Not be this. Why are the other 2 years not working? Everything is just between 2017 alone. Yeah, it's better than 2016. Yeah, but even when the year is not greater too, I still having the same problem. So when I remove it, we got it back. There's something wrong with this figure. Let me remove it completely. If you want to give it on to you. Okay. Now let's create it. Bring the line chart or area chart, anyone. So that's it again. Total sales and date, right? Date and formula. So let's up and let's stay within the month. So now this slicer can be used to interact with them. 25, 2015, 2016, 2017. That is how we can actually make our data, our chart interactive. So then you can give it a small title here. Okay, let's give it a fine team. Let's look for a team here. I click on view. Under the team here, I look for a fine and beautiful team. Make it look more colorful. Oh, this is too dark. But this. Okay, I think this color is okay. This color is okay. Then we can just go to insert text box. Click on the text box here, and then let's make this our sample first sample dashboard. Okay, so let's increase the font. Let's bold in it. Increase this font to like 32. So let's confirm this. Volume 32. So let's put it up there. Just take it off here. I think we are good. Let's do that center for now. Center. This is our first simple dashboard. First sample dashboard for this class. So that's our first simple dashboard. So with this now, somebody can ask us, okay, what's your sales? So that says we know our total sales now. Okay, these are total sales. How many customers do you have? We don't know what customers we have. The total quantity sold during the period we have it. And I want to see how those sales were across the trend. You can see how our sales has always been 2015 up to the mid 2017. So you can see our sales. And want to see by how by quarter you can drill up. You can see first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, all the quarters we have here. We show here, and then you also say, okay, want to see the gender. Based on gender, we have almost like the same thing. Female and the male, we always do all the same thing. We'll see how to format this data next class, how to make this one more visible. And look at the customer we have, different cards, silver cards. I think they accounted for most of our sales, followed by what? Followed by classic cards, then gold card. The platinum does not count, the student didn't add more to our sales. Then we can see our this based on product category and subcategories too. So because this and this, they are in hierarchy. That's why we are able to go up and down. This and this, they have hierarchy. I will teach you how to create hierarchy again when we come to the next class. Look at this now. If you come here under the video, and see that we have one product and we have one table under and one column above this other. If you click on sales too, calendar here, also you can see here is this and this. You can see that this is hierarchy. That is why we are able to scroll up and drill down in this screen. Okay, so at this point, can we ask one or two questions before we call it a day?
Yes, sir. Mr. Akin, please, I have a question.
Okay.
It's about the first what you did regarding this table. After you created the table, I don't know how you brought everything together to that table you created.
Which one? Which table?
When you talk about wait, let me see. Yeah, putting
You
work
mean,
in new table.
you mean here?
We sir?
You mean this place?
All DAX table.
All
Yes.
that
Oh,
table.
you know, after you created
Okay.
all that, you went to enter data. You renamed. I don't know
Okay.
how you loaded the separate
Okay.
tables
Okay.
into one.
After I created the order table, you just click on the measures you have created before. Let's look if I have any measure here. That's not good. Look for the measures you have created before. When you click on any measure, click on any measure, look up here. It will bring out this measure tool. This is where you go to select, you change the home table to when table you want to take it. When you have a measure in one table, just come to this page, you can change the home table from here. Is that what you mean?
Not exactly. Like, you know, the individual tables, like the total sales, total number of customers, total quantity sold, and all. You know, you brought them into one new table to create a KPI.
This is a new table.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that
Just come to home
how you
tab.
brought everything to. Mhm. Okay. I think you get it.
Click on enter data. Can you see this? Can you
Yes,
see my
I
screen
can.
now?
Yes, I can see a
Click on
screen
load.
share.
Click on load.
Click on.
It will load a new table. Okay, I didn't give you the name. You can give me the name before you load next time. Yeah? Give me the name.
Oh, that's me. Okay, sir.
Okay. The table is there. Table. I think the name is table. If I remove this, you can see it down there. You have a new table now.
So I get that part. So how did you now bring each tables into that?
Now,
okay.
So take your visual. You are transferring your measure into the table. Are you getting me? I just select this measure, come here and change the home table. That's it. So it will move from this table to that table now. If I check this table now, we already have total sales inside this table. Can you see now?
Sir, I'm sorry, you clicked on that total sales, then you put change table.
When you click on that table, just go and change the home table from here. Home table. Are you getting me? Click on your measure. Okay. Any measure you click on, you can just change the home table. Take it to the right table where you want it to go. That's
all. Oh, okay, I get. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So please, my first question is that firstly, can we export this visual to Excel? Maybe in case we want to present it to someone in Excel that doesn't have maybe Power BI or something like that. So that's one. So secondly, the DAX table we created. So what's actually the function? Like, does it mean that we can just write a formula and just pick all the measures in the table and use them, or what actually is the function? And the third one, sir, is that I actually have some difficulties creating the charts, the bar chart, and I don't know if you can just give me what you choose. Is it like customer by sales by customer for each of the for each of the visual? I'm not talking about the card now. The card, I think that one is straightforward. But for each of the visuals, like the bar charts and the line charts, so if you can have what you use, so maybe later we'll just go and create my own at my leisure, sir.
Okay. That's good. The first question, you said, can we export to Excel? No, you can't export visual to Excel. What you can do, the only thing you can do here is to export it as PDF. Are you getting me? Or to publish it to the cloud. Are you getting me? So, or you can save as. They have save as. You may not have that in your own case. PIPP, PIBT, and the rest. You may not have that now. So, this is how you can do. with that. Unless the person has Power BI on his own system, you can save the file. Save the file as what? As PIBX and copy and paste. Copy and give the person. So open it on the system and you can start interacting with it to see how things are done during the period. Are you getting me now? So,
actually, the reason why I asked that question, let's assume that the person doesn't have, this kind of visual now is actually very okay. But to make it dynamic, if the person, because if you expect it to, if you export it to PDF, the person might not be able to interact with the visual.
Okay. I know, there's no other option you can do. You can't export yourself. That is it. The only thing you can do, if you have subscription, subscription, publish to cloud, let the person go and view it using the company's cloud subscription. That is the first question. Okay. The second question is what?
Yeah, like the function of the DAX table we created.
The reason why we create this table is that for us, we want to build visuals. We'll be using all these our measures. So instead of looking for the measure up and down, just put everything in a single place. So for easy accessibility of assessing the measure. Is that clear?
Okay. So
the third one,
now
we said how we build visual, right? The third one is how we build visual. Select any visual of your choice. Click on any visual. What do you want to analyze? You want to get total sales by what? Ask yourself, what do I want to know with this my total sales? What do I want to know? What do I want to do with it? Okay, I want to check my sales by country. Come on, type and check country against it. Can you see?
Okay.
So you can see here we have x-axis country, y-axis total sales. I can say, okay, no, I don't want country. I can remove this country from here. I can go and look at my product. I'm doing my product, my product color. Let's see the colors we have. If I see there, where's my product color? I think we have color somewhere. Or product style. And so I want to see the style that people are buying the most. Okay, you're buying U more than W, more than Z. Are you getting me now? That is how to do it. Ask yourself, what do I want to check? I want to check my sales against the customer education level. Are you getting me now? So you can also okay, my customer education level, select it, and you want to view your total customer with it. Customer and the education level. Are you getting me now? So number of customer and the number of education level. You can see them. And you can change it to another visual if possible. You can change to another visual. So I don't like that line. I want to see this one more. So people with BSc, they have more partial people buying from us, and then partial college than these other ones. As you see, so you can see that we're able to see the demography of our customers now. And then you can add gender if you like. You can add gender to other details too. So you can see even among these, you can see number of male and female. The bachelor, it's like they are equal. They are all equal. They are very close to each other. So you can see the way you can, okay, let's remove gender and look at mental status too. Can you see the way you can interact with your visuals now? But first ask yourself, this is my total sales, my total customer. What do I want to achieve with this customer? Do I want to know how many customers we have? Get that visual. I want to see the customer by their country. Okay, is there a relationship between the country and the customer? If yes, let's check it. What about between? I want to see the customer name. Which customer is giving us the highest sales? I want to see customer with highest sales. Click here, total sales, and customer name. Let me see. So you can see Mr. Maurice Sean is the highest customer. And those are the ways to create the visuals and visual and visual. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. I think we got to the end of this class. So
Sir, how do
let's
we know
ensure
the chart? The chart will know for.
you don't know what you say what? How do we know what?
I'm asking if how do we know the charts to use for the visuals for each visual we wanted to do.
And there is
Like we have this.
There is no specific chart, but there are some better charts for for some things. I will share that with you in your group. Like for example, you want to compare things together. Like want to compare things, you can use the column chart to compare like to like. Want to compare like this one and this back chart. We are comparing customer to customer. Which customer is giving us more sales and this and that. Are you getting me? When you want to visualize trends, want to visualize trends, line chart or area chart is always good for that. You can see that it gives us the trend of how things have been going all this while. Are you getting me? So those are the things we look at. So I will share that with you, some charts and what is good for you to compare there, or you want to do ranking. Like this one now, you can see that we have anything when you have something that is more than within 2 and 5, you can use pie chart to compare them, which one is giving us 40%, 30%. Can you see that? But if you have like a number of all these numbers, I want to use pie chart for it. It's not readable. So I will share that with you in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Thank everyone for the time today.
No, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, sir.
The time has gone. So we can
yes, I know. It's not a question. Yeah. It's just like a confirmation. Sir, please. That DAX, the DAX formula. Hey God, I tried, but I still don't understand it deeply. But I can interact with you on WhatsApp to gain more clarity, because the truth is that my understanding of it is not even close to average at all. I mean, based on
we just started, go through the video, check online sources. Just what we are doing is just sum. We only sum column, we count rows. That's what I've done. We've not even done any advanced DAX formula. You know how to use sum in Excel, right? It's the same thing. You sum rows. When you watch the video, I hope you will get better. We only create sum, we count rows, and I think that's what we did. Sum, count rows, and which other one do we use? These are the 2 formulas we use for now. We just started the DAX, so yeah, nothing we have done really that is very hard. Please don't be afraid about that. That's very straightforward. But that is easier to use than the Excel formula. That is easier because it will guide you step by step on how to carry them. Are you getting me now? So thank you, everyone.
Yes, sir.
31:30.
Thank you, sir.
That's the quality day. So we'll meet next week the same time.
Thank you, sir. So much, sir. Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Mr.